Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one I've got a very special deck to showcase for you guys from Expanded, and that is going to be Lord Goomy's Hustle. Now for those of you who weren't around in the Sun and Moon era, and maybe even then have never heard of this deck, Goomy is a very simple deck, very easy to play. So Goomy has 40 HP and the very powerful ability Sticky Membrane, which basically just increases the attack cost of your opponent's active Pokemon by 1 colorless more, which is helpful, but not really the reason why you actually run Goomy. No, the reason you run Goomy is because it has 40 HP, and you'll notice that everything in this deck either has 30 HP or 40 HP, such as this Magikarp with the attack Splashing Dodge, which does 10 damage, and you get to flip a coin, and if heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to Magikarp during your opponent's next turn, which is pretty cool. So we've got Magikarp, Goomy, Weedle, which has 40 HP, again, very crucial. Budew, which is, of course, the latest addition to the deck, 30 HP, again, very crucial, and a free attack, which is really good in this deck. So yeah, all of these Pokemon don't seem like much of a threat on their own. However, you can add a very powerful tool card to the deck called Hustle Belt. So Hustle Belt says if the Pokemon this card is attached to has 30 HP or less remaining and it has any damage counters on it, its attacks do 60 more damage. So you can sort of see where I'm going with this. We're trying to use Hustle Belt on these Pokemon to do 60 more damage. So for Budew, it goes up to 70. For Weedle, it goes up to 80 with Pierce. Goomy goes up to 70, and then Magikarp also goes up to 70. But the main way we can actually get damage counters on there is with Rainbow Energy, which provides any type of energy at any point, well, when it's attached. But you do get to place 1 damage counter, which usually would be a negative, but in this deck it is definitely a plus because it contributes to the damage output. And in Weedle's case, if you're willing to attach 2 energy, which can be a bit expensive, but you can do it, you can use Single Strike Energy, which increases the damage of Weedle by plus 20 for a turn, which isn't the only Weedle exclusive damage modifier, which we'll talk about in this deck. It also has the Single Strike tag, which is relevant for other combos in the deck. So yeah, as for the trainers, the best trainer card we have really is Guzma Hala, which allows us to discard 2 other cards from your hand, and if you do, you can search your deck for a tool card, a special energy, and a stadium. Well, the tool card we're getting is pretty obvious. It's Hustle Belt. The special energy is pretty obvious. It's usually Rainbow Energy. As for the stadium, I run Tower of Darkness in this deck, which allows you to discard a single strike card from your hand to draw 2 cards. So we can use it to discard either other Towers of Darkness, we can use it to discard the single strike energy, spare Weedles if we really wanted to, or even Karen, which is a great way of adding damage to single strike Weedle in the mid to late game. So yeah, a very scary combo. As for the rest of the deck, we've got Koga's Trap in here, which basically just leaves your opponent's active Pokemon confused and poisoned, which is, it's just pretty annoying, really. If your opponent has to get through confusion, poison, and item lock, and then sometimes Splashing Dodge as well, you can see why this deck can be a bit of a nightmare to play against. Now, of course, the weaknesses of this deck are fairly self-explanatory. Currently, in Expanded, at least this version of Expanded, there is no proper way to basically just recycle Special Energy. So we have to kind of rely on Rosanna's backup, which allows us to shuffle a Pokemon, a tool card, a stadium, and an energy card back into our deck. So we can at least chain a few Hustle Belts and Rainbow Energy. And yeah, hopefully that's going to be enough to win the game. So yeah, this is the Lord Goomy's Hustle. Let me know what you think down below. In the future, I'm planning on doing a more Weedle-centric version of this deck, because realistically, you could play more Magikarp in this build. But yeah, this has been Ember Power. Let me know what you think of this really silly deck down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. It goes hollow. This is objectively the wrong play to make, because realistically, you should probably just, let your opponent, get KO to Budew, but that's also going to be a long process, and I want a good night's sleep tonight. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Only got one Rainbow Energy in deck, so that's a bit rough. At least we have Rosanna, though. So yeah, we Rainbow Energy Budew. Budew takes 10. And then we Hustle Budew. Discard your stadium because, yep, you're not allowed to have stadiums. We can Roseanne as backup, which is probably what we want to do after this Budew gets KO'd. Then we Itchy Pollen for 70. So Bibarel goes down, we get a prize card, which is more than I thought this deck was really capable of. Well, you know, it's easy enough, right, to take 1 or 2 prize cards, but yeah, beyond that, it gets very, very dicey. Okay, 2 Crown's Convictions, that's nice. That's good for Weedle, at least. So, I mean, we may as well just hit into this again. They will be able to use Raging Claws, which kind of sucks a bit. So, like, I guess Magikarp is a pretty good option here. Yeah, Magikarp's pretty good. I could also use Marnie, which I might want to do. Okay, that's a pretty good top deck. I'll put that on this Magikarp. So we don't really want to use Weedle next turn because we don't have the stuff. So what I might actually do is use Marnie, because I do want to find some other stuff. Mainly some more Hustle Belts, really. Like, losing Roseanne is a bit of a shame, but I mean, this is even worse, arguably. You know what? Tower of Darkness. Discard the other one. Not much better, actually. I'll use Level Ball here. And I'll get a not a Goomy, a Budew. I mean, I could. It's quite funny if I do this. Maybe not the best play in the world, but it's a wee bit boring. It is a wee bit boring, but it's also a win condition, so yeah, I'm going to run away, and then we'll use Budew, free retreat into the other one. I mean, at least it's like a 2-shot, 3-shot-ish. To be fair, we didn't have to, like, use this one. We could save it, but Itchy Pollen, 70. We also have Koga's Trap as well, potentially, so that's quite a nice option against evolved Pokemon. So my opponent plays a Research. So they didn't evolve this Growlithe, which is fair. So they attach another Pharangi, probably looking to retreat next turn, which is absolutely fine. So I can just retreat into this Budew. They are at 30 cards as well, which is good. So yeah, they're probably going to fork out the retreat cost. And then at that point, maybe we could move on to, like, trying to boss stall this thing, but Tag Call's fine. Don't really need another Hustle Belt. And because we're still actually a bit short with Itchy Pollen, I'm just going to come in with this guy. And yep, Itchy Pollen. I mean, I could have used Koga's Trap to get the poison damage and KO him at that point, but I think it's fine just doing this. Starts to fork out 3 energy to retreat, so still pretty annoying for him. We can also use Marnie, or we could just, like, Tag Call for Guzma Hala, so I'm not, like, super bothered about that either. We see a Charmander come down, which is, yeah, it's pretty big. Do you have a Magma Basin, though? Because Charmander is a pretty good counter to Budew because of the weakness, but doesn't have anything right now. I would also like to flip heads on a Splashing Dodge into Arcanine, preferably. Attaches another energy, okay. And passes. E. What to do? I think I'll just do this. Itchy Pollen, 10 damage. I suppose I could have KO'd this thing, but didn't fancy losing a Budew. We've maintained the lock pretty well, though. Like, we've not really been able to do much with items. So they attach another energy, which is fine. And yeah, I guess we can just be a bit more aggressive this turn. It's a bit of a shame because it just means we won't be able to like use Budew in the future, really, but I think we're okay to do this. The only problem with this is that we don't actually have the hustle, so we have to go tag call for stuff. And I'll get one out the deck. So we can Guzma Hala away Counter Catcher Switch, I guess. So yeah, I want to do the discard. We'll get rid of a Switch and a Counter Catcher, just because we are actually somehow winning this game. I don't know how, but we are. And then we can get a Hustle and another single strike energy, because why not? And then a Tower of Darkness. And then at this point, I just want to attach another single strike energy to Weedle, because why not? And then I will... I won't Tower of Darkness just yet. And I will not attach the Hustle. Or will I? Yeah, I'll attach it to Magikarp. Why not? Let's see how this goes. And then, yeah, we'll Itchy Pollen. So we've got the Tower of Darkness for next turn if we need to use it. But in case they use Iono, then, you know. It is a shame if they do use Iono, because then we won't have Koga's Trap, but... yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, thought the game glitched out there, but another Hustle Belt is a really good prize card. So my opponent comes in there with Arcanine. Bright Flame for 500 damage. Okay, that was a choice. Ferrodu's. Raging Claws would have got you there, buddy, but you can just use Bright Flame if you want. Right. So, Magikarp, it is your chance to shine. I'm also going to hit him with the Koga's Trap. We see another single strike energy, which of course I'm just going to put straight on Weedle. Yeah, put that down there. And then we'll be able to use Marnie next turn. Don't need to attach the Hustle Belt just yet. We use Splashing Dodge. Please be heads. 140 damage, look at that. Heads. No! Okay, fine. So be it. So I really, really need them to flip tails here for confusion. If we can just get them to flip tails, then that would be great. Okay, so they rare candy into Charizard, so now that they have 2 energy for Raging Claws, effectively. They still have to flip for confusion, though. And we do have the Weedle. So, you know, it's... Actually, how much damage is Weedle doing now? It's doing 80. It's not really enough. 150. I guess that is enough, actually. Yeah, with a Hustle Belt, we can carry them with Weedle. And then Defiantly go down to 2 prize cards. I mean, I do feel like we just still lose at that point, but... I mean, who cares? It's been a fun game. Maybe not for my opponent, but... Okay, what are they going to do? Ultra Ball? They are confused at the very least, though. They are confused. Ultra Ball for what, though? Like another Arcanine? Or Barrel? It'd be great if they had, you know, like no energy for this. And the Yeah, if they didn't have the energy. Although they can just do it with Raging Claws. It's a shame we lose one attacker. This is why you should maybe run 2 Magikarps in your deck. So yep, another Arcanine comes down. And they can Raging Claws for a silly amount of damage. Although my opponent seems to want to attach more energy to use Bright Flame. Oh, that's tragic. Never mind. So coin flips were definitely not on our side today. Although, to be fair, I think we could have steamrolled the last few prize cards with just Magikarp, but hey. I mean, maybe not Arcanine, but... Wait, did they use Bright Flame? Eh, well, never mind. I think they might have used Bright Flame, actually. So, what do I want to do here? 60, 80, 70, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230. Eh, not really enough, so we have to Hustle Belt this one. Fair enough. And then we just use Marnie. I could Tower, but... Yeah, you know what? We'll use the Tower. Because I would like to have a Rosanna's backup. No, it's not what I wanted. And there's no energy in deck, I believe. It's relevant. So I'll just use a Marnie. So yeah, we play Marnie, and we should see a Rosanna off this. No, we don't, actually. And there wasn't energy left. Wait, what? Really? Okay. Bench Weedle, I guess? I will Rescue Carrier for the Magikarp, just in case it's relevant. We'll get Budew back as well, why not? So yeah, we'll get Magikarp. We might come down to a Hail Mary play, but I think we're out of Rainbow Energy as well, so we absolutely need Rosanna. So I will retreat. It's definitely an argument to just keep using Budew, but I'm a bit tired tonight, and I kind of want to wrap this up before midnight. So yeah, we'll attach a single strike energy on Weedle. Pierce for 140 damage, getting the KO. It's a bit silly, but, you know, it's fine. 140 takes them out. We've somehow taken 4 prize cards in this game, which is ridiculous, but yeah, it's the most prize cards I'm ever going to take with this deck, so I'm not complaining. And yeah, no matter what they have in hand, I mean, they just need 1 energy. They're not even item locked anyway. So yeah, they can very easily pull this off. Unfortunately, we really didn't get anything off that, so it might just be a case of using Budew again. And praying a bit that we can get Magikarp off. We could also use a late game's Karen's Conviction, potentially. I mean, we could try and go for a KO on Charizard and a KO on Bidoof. That might not be a bad play. But we've already discarded Counter Catcher, so we can't let them go to 1 prize, Counter Catcher, and then Karen for the game, so... Yeah, it's a bit weird. A Switch? That's interesting. Why do you need a Switch? You're running away? Really? You're really running away from me? There's no way we take all 6 prizes against this. There's no way. I think I just have to Guzma this thing. I think I just have to go for it. It's our last attacker, really, in this deck, but I feel like we have to go for it. There's the Hustle Belt. We seem to have an endless supply of them at the minute. Yeah. No, I think we just have to do this. Yeah, so we'll just end up using Pierce on this. Although, no, you know what? We're just going to retreat. We're just going to retreat and use Piers. I thought about using Itchy Pollen for a second, but I'm just like, nah, I'm going to be here all night. I'm very tired. I'm very bored. Nah, Piers. Let's put them in a sticky situation. So yeah, they just need 1 energy to get out of this. And we need a lot. So, you know, we've still not won this game, not by a landslide. There's another research. They do discard an energy, which is like, what? Do you not need to attach, buddy? Do you not need to use Raging Claws? That's interesting. I'm so confused now. Like, wait, why didn't they just attach an energy? Am I playing against a real person? I'm not sure. I don't mean that in like an offensive way against bad plays, by the way. I'm just curious. Like, why did they not attach an energy there? Nest Ball for Moltres. Cool Beans. Yeah, so the danger of this play was that they can't play items. But I mean, yeah, maybe I'm not against a real player. I never thought about that, actually. Like, all of these plays are suggesting that I'm playing against, like, a bot or something. I definitely clicked on, like, the expanded beta thing. I didn't click on the, like, play against the trainer. If you can't shift this, though, like, I do kind of just win with Weedle. Okay, finally. Okay, I got really scared there for a second. Yep, 340 to Weedle. That is fine. We don't have anything, though. Like, we just don't have anything at all. I don't even think we have, like, a Weedle left in deck to use Level Ball for. This is crazy. Like, where is Roseanne? Actually, I'm just going to Buddy-Buddy Poffin and double check. Like, what's in the deck? Like, I feel like we should have seen Roseanne by now. Yeah, I'll get Goomy. Yeah, Roseanne, Karen. Actually, Karen would be pretty good. Yeah, Karen would Karen win us the game? 80, 90, 100. No, but it'd be close. It'd be very close, actually. Ooh, that's big. Cool. Right, we play this. Okay, this is good. Pokemon, Tool, Stadium Energy. So we just literally want Hustle Belt and Rainbow Energies. And that's it. Tower of Darkness is more drops, but we have a Weedle left in deck, so I'm not too bothered about that. So they get shuffled back in, that's good. And then... wait. Can I do it this turn? Wait, can I actually win this turn? Energy Loto? Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is that game? I think I might be doing enough damage. Oh, that's ridiculous if that is game. How have I taken 6 prize cards with this deck? There's no way this is game, right? There's no way. Retreat. Hail Mary Magikarp for the win? Question mark. Come on, Splashing Dodge. Please be quicker. There's no way. That's ridiculous. Oh, that is so ridiculous. Here's me thinking it's going to take like 3 days to record a good game with this deck. That is ridiculous. 6 prizes with the Goomy Hustle. Oh, that feels so wrong in so many ways. We even prized a Koga's Trap. That would have been devastating. Oh man, that feels weird.